Get ready for an explosive lineup. Dove Ellis, trickz, Liim, and Zach Fox are joining the roster for Tyler, the Creator's massive 2-day takeover at All Points, East 2026. These artists are set to open for Tyler, bringing fresh energy to the stage. We dive into how this new group is shaking up the festival scene and what you need to know about this massive summer event.
Never get caught with a dead phone again. This INIU portable charger is compact, travel-friendly, and gives you fast 45-watt charging with a built-in USB-C cable, so there's no need to carry extra cords. With 10,000 mAh power, it's perfect for busy days, trips, emergencies, or anytime your battery drops too low. Grab yours on Amazon through the link in the comments before your phone hits 1%.
Next up, we look at some intense storytelling coming straight from the streaming world. Ozark creator Bill Dubuque is back with a bloody new crime thriller series called M.I.A. dropping on Peacock. This 9-episode binge watch features Shannon Gisela as Etta Tiger Johns, who is on a dangerous quest for revenge in the Miami underworld. Find out what critics are saying about this John Wick-style revenge story and if it has the staying power for a season 2. Now shifting gears to the world of independent media and storytelling. PBS has teamed up with indie film producer ITVS to launch the Independent Lens Creator Lab, revealing an inaugural lineup of creators ready to make waves. We're talking about Rita Ali, Gracie J, Jason Chu, and more, who will receive funding and mentorship to produce impactful vertical videos for PBS platforms. And finally, we spotlight a rising voice in the creator community. Get ready to hear from Brendon Orr, the creator behind the Podmasana podcast, who is building a spiritual awakening network. Learn how he is using his platform to explore wisdom traditions and what it takes to build a successful podcast empire. Don't miss the full story. Stay with us. Tyler, the creator, is set to headline a 2-day takeover at All Points East 2026 on August 28th and 29th, featuring a substantial lineup of artists. Opening for Tyler will be Dove Ellis, trickz, Liim, Zach Fox, and more. The main bill is stacked with major names, including Turnstile, M.I.A the Scientist, Sexy Red, Clips, Raven Lenny, Fake Mink, Vince Staples, Rex Orange County, and more on the first day. The second day will feature Daniel Caesar, Baby Keem, Dijon, Ghostface Killah, Sid, Faye Webster, Danny Brown, and Jim Legacy, with Mustard and Friends also scheduled to play. New additions to the roster include Spanish rapper trickz, cloud rap artist Sam Sultan, Harlem rapper Liim, British singer-songwriter Said Alutola, and absurdist internet personality Zach Fox. The lineup also features 18-year-old Pour La Vie, co-signed by Drake and A.R. Rahman, Pittsburgh producer DJ Gummy Bear, Irish indie folk musician Dove Ellis, and Ledbeher. Other confirmed additions include Natanya, the trio Shady Nasty, and Sunshine Benzie. Tyler's appearance follows the release of his 9th studio album, Do Tap the Glass, which was released last July. Channel YouTube reviewed the album highly, describing it as a fascinating exploration of paranoia and parasocial tension, noting that Tyler shields himself behind a perspex chamber for display. Tyler has also been praised live, with a Channel YouTube review highlighting his ability to reinvent across different eras during a London performance. Ozark creator Bill Dubuque has returned to the crime thriller genre with a new 9-episode series titled M.I.A., launching on Peacock. The series is set to premiere on May 7th, offering all 9 episodes in a binge-watch debut. M.I.A. stars Shannon Gisela as Etta Tiger Johns, a young woman in the Florida Keys seeking brutal revenge after her family's drug-running business is destroyed and her family murdered. Johns embarks on a perilous, revenge-driven quest through the neon-lit underworld of Miami to find those responsible. In addition to the streaming release, the pilot episode is scheduled to air on NBC on May 14th at 10 p.m. ET. The new offering joins Peacock's growing catalog of genre content, which includes established shows like Law and Order, Special Victims Unit, and Poker Face. Critics' early reactions to M.I.A. have been mixed to positive, suggesting the series possesses a strong foundation for future success. Collider's Jessica Toomer noted that the show finds its best form when it sheds its previous associations and embraces a more intense tone, suggesting a potential Season 2 pickup could help the series fully realize its potential. Described as a blend of John Wick-style revenge and a nighttime soap opera, M.I.A. explores the high price of vengeance, though it occasionally suffers from excessive focus on subplot dialogue. The series succeeds in delivering an entertaining premise, fast-paced action, including intense chases and gunfights, and a compelling depiction of its gritty, neon-soaked Miami setting. The creative team is bolstered by Dexter's Corinne Campbell serving as showrunner. Shannon Geisler has received high praise for her performance, which elevates the story from a standard revenge narrative into psychological and interesting character study. While M.I.A. is currently solid entertainment, its future remains uncertain as Peacock has not yet announced a renewal or cancellation. However, the 9-episode first season leaves the door open for continuation should the series be selected for a Season 2. PBS and independent film co-producer ITVS have unveiled the inaugural lineup for the Independent Lens Creator Lab, a new program designed to support independent content creators. The initiative is a 6-month program offering up to $36,000 in production funding, mentorship, and industry support. Participants will produce up to 12 vertical videos for Independent Lens and PBS social media platforms, which are slated to debut on the PBS Documentaries YouTube channel in June, with further content planned throughout the year. During the Creator Lab, participants will engage in regular virtual development workshops covering creative, production, and post-production. They will receive ITVS's expert support to refine concepts, receive feedback on scripts and video drafts, and manage all aspects of uploading and community management. ITVS, which currently manages over 80 active projects, launched the PBS Documentaries YouTube channel in partnership with PBS Digital Studios in March. This channel aims to serve public audiences through increased accessibility by creating a centralized, scalable hub for diverse nonfiction storytelling. Royd Chung, ITVS Senior Vice President of Programming and Production, emphasized the program's mission. As public media continues to evolve, ITVS is expanding its commitment to independent storytellers in all forms. We are excited to welcome this dynamic group of talented creators whose work is shaping the future of bold, impactful nonfiction storytelling. It's vital for us to uplift and amplify their voices on vertical video platforms, where more than half of all Gen Z and Millennial Americans get their information. ITVS and PBS have announced the following participants for the inaugural Creator Lab. Rita Ali, a storyteller focusing on South Asia, decolonized history, and culture, bringing an adventurous global perspective from her studies at NYU and a Master's in South Asian Studies in London. Gracie J., a NYC-born celebrity nail artist and lead stylist for TNT's Claws, who uses her platform to connect creativity and talent. Jason Chu, a voice in the national Asian American conversation, using music, poetry, and content to discuss history and racial justice. Mark Kendall, co-founder of Cool Productions, known for using comedy to promote civic engagement and community building. Fernando Hurtado, a journalist and creator of In the Hyphen, covering U.S. Latinos, with prior experience in digital video management for NBC Universal. Kyle Offut, a travel content creator documenting life on the road, focusing on adventure, minimalism, and authentic experiences. Casto's Creator Spotlight features Brendon Orr, a creator spotlight on the channel YouTube platform. Orr spent approximately a year developing Podmasana media before launching the podcast in November 2025. With a background as a yoga teacher for 12 years and a media professional for 21 years, Orr describes his work as being guided by a higher power. The flagship podcast, Podmasana, focuses on intimate conversations about spiritual awakening, meditation, and wisdom traditions spanning Buddhism, Hinduism, Islam, Judaism, indigenous practices, and contemporary spiritual movements. Guests have included diverse figures such as a pulmonologist who argued for the right to die with dignity, a carpenter facing a serious health prognosis, and a geologist who participated in a Buddhist retreat. Orr stated that the vision for Podmasana was to establish a unique format and production style for the spirituality space. The podcast has seen rapid growth, with guest inquiries exceeding capacity by January 2026, leading to a more selective guest list. Orr and his growing podcast network are also developing additional shows, with a third planned for later this year. He is also leveraging channel YouTube campaigns and plans to introduce sponsor messages by the end of the year, offering Podmasana Plus members a private premium feed with early, ad-free access. Orr views the journey itself as the primary reward, while also seeking sustaining sponsors as the podcast approaches its first year of publication. New listeners are encouraged to start with Brendon's episode, My Mindful Moment, which offers an introduction to his perspective and his project. The network and the podcast are accessible at Podmasana.com, and Podmasana is available on major podcast platforms.